Welcome to Chapter 1, Lesson 3, Multiply and Divide Monomials. Our learning target objective for this lesson is to simplify real number expressions by multiplying and dividing monomials. And let's look at our vocabulary word for this lesson. Monomial, a number, a variable, or a product of a number and one or more variables. Okay, once again, you can always pause the video to write it down and then start up once you are ready to go. Here we go. We're going to look at a key concept for this lesson. The key concept is product of powers. The words to multiply powers with the same base, add their exponents. So let's look at our example. We have 2 to the 4th times 2 to the 3rd. All you have to do is you keep the base the same. You keep the 2, and you're just going to add the factors. You're going to add 4 plus 3. So it's going to give you 2 to the 7th power. In algebra terms, we have a to the m times a to the n equals the base a stays the same, and then you're going to add the m plus the n. We're going to do a couple examples of product of the powers right now. First example, we have 5 to the 2nd times 5. Some people are going to say, well, Mr. Lewis, there is no power up there, so it's just 5 to the 2nd power. And you are absolutely incorrect, because each number is always to a power. If a number is by itself, it's always to the power of 1. So if we look at our bases, we have our base 5, and we have 2 plus 1 equals 5 to the 3rd power. Let's look at our next example. Our base is C. Our factors are 3 and 5, so we have 3 plus 5. So we have C to the power of 8. And our last example. Last example is a little bit different, but because our bases are different. Now we have a negative 3 and we have a 4. So what are we going to do here? We're going to separate them. What do we mean by separate them? We're going to take our bases by themselves. So we have negative 3 times 4. And then we're going to have our x's. We have x to the 2nd times x to the 5th. And we're just going to multiply them out. So negative 3 times 4 gives us negative 12. And then we have our base here of x. We have a 2 and a 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. So our answer ends up being negative 2x to the 7th power. Once again, you may always rewind the video, go backwards, look at it again. If you have any questions, write them down. Any question marks, have them on there. We'll go over those in class. We're going to look at another key concept for this lesson. This time it's the quotient of powers. In words, to divide powers with the same base, we're just going to subtract their exponents. That's wrong, not base, exponents. Exponents. Subtract their exponents. As I see in our example, we have 3 to the 7th divided by 3 to the 3rd. The base stays the same, the 3. We take 7 minus 3. That gives us 3 to the 4th. So we have 3 to the 4th power. And once again, with an algebra example, a to the m power divided by a to the n. Base a stays the same. Take the m minus the n for your answer. Let's take a peek at some examples with dividing. So we'll write it this way for you: 4 to the 8th over 4 to the 2nd. We're dividing. We talked about it. The bases are the same. It stays the same. We have 4. Now we have 8 to the 2. 8 minus 2. That gives us 4 to the 6th power. And if we have n to the 9th over n to the 4th, our base n stays the same. Take 9 minus 4 gives us n to the 5th power. Once again, any questions? Write them down. Draw a big question mark. Go back, review the video, see if that helps you out. And we'll go over them in class. In our real world example for this one, Hawaii's total shoreline is about 2 to the 10th miles long. New Hampshire shoreline is about 2 to the 7th miles long. About how many times longer is Hawaii's shoreline than New Hampshire's shoreline? So what we're going to have to do here, if we're going to divide, we're going to divide 2 to the 10th by 2 to the 7th. And what do we do when we're dividing and the bases are the same? Our base stays the same, so it's going to be, our answer is going to have the base, which is 2 in it. And then when we're dividing, we're going to subtract our factors or exponents, 10 to the 7th, 10 to the 3rd. So Hawaii's shoreline is going to be 2 to the 3rd or 8 times longer. You could also label it miles longer. Okay, that does it for this lesson. Once again, any questions, write them down, bring them up in class.